Why is the program Arabic in 60 steps? Why not 52? Maybe if it was 52, you could do one a week for a whole year. Or why not 365? So you could do one step a day for a whole year. Or why not 6 steps? So you could do one step a month for 6 months, right? Well, the reason why we have 60, there is a science behind it. And it's really specific that the Arabic in 60 Steps program is written to be a self-paced study program, mostly for students in the West, right? That's what it's written for. It's very specific for those kinds of students, right? Mostly Muslims, like most of our students are Muslims, although many aren't. And that's who it's written for, right? So why does the number 60 fit into that being the audience? Well, when you're self-studying, it's important to be able to divide the number of lessons conveniently throughout the time that you might have available, right? Because you're self-pacing. You might say, well, I want to do a certain number of steps a month, or I want to do a certain number of steps a week, right? This is how people who are self-studying, they pace themselves for a program like that. Well, the number 60 is kind of in the sweet spot because it's something called a highly composite number. If you Google highly composite number, they're numbers that can be divided by many different numbers, right? So with 60, you can have obviously 1 times 60, or 30 times 2, or, or 3 times 20, or 4 times 15, or 5 times 12, or 6 times 10. There's many different ways you can divide up 60 to spread it out throughout your life. So that's why we've done it. And obviously there's 12 months in a year, and 60 is a multiple of 12. 60 is a multiple of 12, right? So you could do 5 steps per month and finish it in a year. Like the point is that 60 is a good number because for me it's kind of in the sweet spot of the highly composite numbers. Like 30 is as well, and there's numbers that are much higher. But 60 really seems to be the right number of steps as well. Like we couldn't do the amount that I wanted to cover in the 60 steps program in 6 steps, and 365 is just too many, right? So it's important for me to have a highly composite number that students can divide as they see fit throughout a time period that they see fit, because there's lots of different time periods available with a number that's so highly composite. It's actually a very, very old science. Like I think even Plato, in some of his writings, he mentions that 5,040 is the perfect number of people to have in a city, because 5,040 is a very highly composite number, and you can have your labor divided between different industries or whatever it is, right? I don't really know like the town planning of it and everything, but I know that it's a very old science, and it's one that we've applied in this program, and it's very particular and very apt that it's applied in a self-study program because, as I say, students divide the number of steps how they see fit throughout their life, depending on their time constraints and things like that and their goals. So I just wanted to make a quick video just to explain why it's 60 steps exactly, because there is a meaning to the madness. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.